Hello, everyone. Welcome to my chaotic mess this morning.
And she laughs about it.
It is so bad. I can only laugh. So I have Wendy joining me today, and she is going to teach me how to use all of these embossing powders and whatever else we get our selves into.
Oh,
We're just going to have fun, and I'll mute my phone so we don't hear that going off.
so yeah, just the things that I get myself into, Lindy. But it's all good.
Good morning, Paula, Deanna, Leah, Judy. Good
Hello,
morning. Good
everyone.
morning, Leah.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Norma. How are you today? And welcome. Good morning, Pearl.
Hi, Pearl. Hi, Norma, Judy, Leah, Paula,
All right.
Wendy.
Hi, Wendy. How are you? We're I'm getting ready to turn it over to the pampered Rooster.
You're so funny, Lindy. Thank you.
You are welcome. It's all about having fun because if you guys seen my room right now, you all would pull your hair out too.
All right. I'm just getting a few things out. I thought what we would do. Um, this is going to be a craft and chat today, but please feel free to get your stamps out, your embossing machines. We're just going to play, but I'm going to just um, go over a few things. It's been I getting back into my stamping. I love to stamp. That's my favorite thing to do. Stamp, emboss, die cut. But a few things to get started is there are different inks, and I think that's important in starting. Now, you can get just a water-based pigmented ink, which usually is fine for, stamping. However, if you want to stamp something and make it permanent and you're going to add color, whether it's watercolor pencils, you know, alcohol inks, sprays, you're going to have to use something like StazOn. You're going to have to use a permanent type ink. So StazOn is, and there's many brands out there, but I have used StazOn for a long time. And they used to, years ago, just have black, but now they have a bunch of colors. And so I just pulled my brown out. And then there's also, you can use distress inks or your distress oxide inks. So you have many options as far as the ink. And then when we get into the embossing part, I'll explain to you about the um, distress embossing ink and the Versamark and that type. So anyway, basically, you're going to want to get a stamp. They used to make just, all the stamps on a wood block, but now you can get cling stamps, these rubber stamps, and this particular stamp I'm using at the moment. This is from Christina and Patrick Hill, Subline Stamps. They're not producing stamps right now, but they are on Etsy and they have a website. But anyway, this is one of their stamps. And you need something to obviously hold your stamp, um, in place. Now, it doesn't have to be an acrylic block. You can use, you know, the top of an ink pad. I've used a CD case, anything that you can adhere the stamp to. Um, to make it easy to stamp. So I thought I would just stamp this with Stays On. This is, again, it's a permanent ink, and I'm going to just stamp this in brown. So what you want to do, and I have it's not a Misty, it's Stampin' Up's idea of a Misty, but I'll bring that out in a second. But anyway, if I'm getting too far ahead or you think that I've missed something, by all means, please just chime in. Like I said, it's been years since I've actually did any type of instruction. So what I like to do, you could either, if it's a small stamp, I'll usually just go from the top and stamp it on the actual pad. But what you want to do is make sure that your stamp is really inked. And you can tell, just by looking at it. So once you feel that that's inked well, you're just going to press it down evenly. You're not going to want to rock it. You're just going to want to press down, and you're going to want to just, push into the paper. Now I did get one of these, which if you have trouble with, your hands or whatever, you can get one of these and you can just use that to go over the stamp and just press as you go. Be careful not to rock the stamp or move it, because then it'll be smeared. So, and if it's a new stamp, I like to just give it a few extra, pushes on there, because once they start to kind of like wear and absorb the ink, even though when you clean them, they still have some of the, ink traces on them. So this is what this stamp looks like.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Isn't that a pretty stamp?
It is.
So again, now, to clean it, you have different options as well. And if I use like Stays On, they sell, let me grab mine. I just bought it. It is a stamp cleaner for this type of ink. And it's actually called Stays On.
Okay.
Okay. This is an all-purpose. Now you could use this as well on any ink, but it's specifically formulated for the permanent. This is an older one that I have from Stampin' Up, which I've had forever. So what I do to clean mine, and I found this works easy. You could use baby wipes, it's really up to you. Some people really just wipe them off and they pretty much don't clean them. This is
that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, I say bad because I'm fanatic about cleaning my stamps.
Okay.
Because after a while, you do get the ink buildup in it, I don't think you would get quite a clean image, but now the way they make stamps with all the new materials, I mean, I don't know, a lot of them, they come out pretty well, This is a Stampin' Scrub by Stampin' Up that I've had. And there's one side that has these like raindrops, and the other one has an umbrella with the raindrops. So your obviously, just for this demonstration with the Stays On, I usually just, and again, this one has a dabber top, I just go over the inked. Sorry about being out of frame. I have all this stuff around me and I'm paranoid I'm going to knock something over. But anyway, you just dab this on and you wait a few seconds. And you could use a paper towel, which I have done. But I really found that this really works nice using this side. This is your dry side with the umbrella. You don't need this side for this particular one because I've already dabbed on the ink cleaner. And you just clean your stamp.
Okay, now mine is different. Mine is a double stamp scrubber,
Okay.
and there's no umbrella or sign, so how would you determine?
Well, you would just, use one side. Now, okay, let me back up a second. If I was just using a regular ink, like this Memento here, I would take this. This is a water-based stamp cleaner. I also have the Stampin' Up! One. You would determine whatever side you want to use as your wet side and your dry side. So I would use, if I was using that particular type of ink, I would spray this down, rub my stamp on because that's your cleaner, and then move it over here to your dry side, and that will dry it. That'll take off that excess.
Okay,
So
so
just basically make up your mind what side you want to do what with.
okay, gotcha.
Okay.
So
So,
Wendy, Wacky Warehouse, she said she purchased a used stamp no one had ever cleaned. She picked out all the inks and paints. She says she has a stamp cleaner, but it leaves it all greasy. She needs to find a new one.
well, when I used, especially this, I use Stays On a lot just because I stamp on fabric. So you need something like a Stays On, a permanent ink. So when I was doing that, I found that just even using the Stays On cleaner, I was wiping it off with either a paper towel. We'll just say paper towel because I'm trying to think if I used a baby wipe as well. It left kind of a greasy feeling. It just didn't dry all the way through, and I think that's it didn't take off that greasy residue. So that's why I started using this because I don't know if it's just the material these stamp and scrub pads are made of or what, but it really took that off. I mean, I played around with it because, like I said, I was finding that too, and I'm thinking, now I know I cleaned this, and but the thing with that too is you want to let it dry. You want your, stamps to dry
Okay.
before you put them, either back in, their case or whatever. Now, see, this is pretty dry, you know. Now you'll see a little bit of ink maybe coming off. So what I might do is just take a little paper towel and just go over it a little bit. Like I said, it's just kind of trial and error because I guess it's just the different materials that these stamps are made of. Um, and then because if you use like, now that's a true rubber stamp. Now, if you were going to use something like this one, let's see.
So Wendy, here's my first question for you.
Uh-huh.
On your blocks, mine has a side that has grids and then a smooth side. Which side would I put my stamp on?
It doesn't really matter if you wanted to just use the grids as far as lining up the stamp on there to maybe get a straighter image. You know what I mean? I think
Okay.
it's basically is for that purpose.
Okay. Hi, Maddie. Hi, Brenda. Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Hello.
So, for everybody that hasn't figured it out, I am new to the stamping embossing world. So, Wendy has agreed to come on and walk me through the process.
She twisted my arm and I said yes. I said, you know how long it's been since I've did any kind of I mean, I used to teach way back, card making and this type of thing. And so I feel a little out of water here, but this is another type of stamp other than, the red rubber. It's
a cling.
it's poly, help me out, ladies. The polymer, is that what it's called? I think so. Cling is like, oh, it has a backing on when it's a cling stamp. So I just attach this or, put this down on an acrylic block, and I'm just going to use this Memento ink here, and I'm just going to stamp this.
Ooh, I love it.
Let's see your stamped image. Oh, that's a nice stamp.
That's a Lorna Taylor stamp.
I thought so. So again, I'm just gonna, I think my Memento ink pad might be drying out. A lot of these ink pads, the companies make refills, so you don't really need to purchase a new ink pad if you keep them closed and keep them.
Attacking that second stamp scrubber.
What's that?
Wendy Wacky Warehouse said that was a silicone.
Yeah, I guess it is a silicone.
Okay. Thank you, Leah. You know me and my green.
All right, let's see how this comes out.
And I have the Hero Hues stamp cleaner.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, there's many different brands of cleaners and inks. And when I first started many years ago, I had no idea what rubber stamping was. And a friend of mine said, "Hey, come on, let's go to a Stampin' Up! Class, workshop." Well, it only took the one class and I was in love with it. So this is I got this stamp set. Let me put that in the camera. These from Maddie, Spectrum Art Creations. This is the first time I've played with them. They're from Studio Light. And I'll take it out. They're really cool for like mixed media and...
Wait till I do my haul from Spectrum Art Creations. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
I think I'm going to have to do it in parts.
It's addictive. Very addictive. So that is, and you see kind of how clean that stamp already came.
Yeah.
It released a lot of that ink. So I would just take my little stamp cleaner, spray some on there, rub my stamp, and then dry it over here. Look how nice that looks.
Hello, Erin. Welcome.
Hi, Erin.
It's brand new.
Hi. Yeah, exactly. Hi to everybody I might have missed.
Warehouse, is that not the best feeling ever? Waiting for a package to come in the mail is like Christmas morning.
Oh my gosh. Hey. Yes. I get depressed when I don't see anything in my mailbox.
I know. I'm like, did I not order anything?
I know. It's like, I gotta have something coming. All right.
And then Sean's like, yes, a day of rest.
Oh my. So anyway, that's the gist of that. Now there is one other thing that people do use as well to clean their stamps. I guess it's just personal choice. This is called a chamois. I don't know if that's the exact name, but this was another Stampin' Up! Thing. And when it comes to you, it's hard, and you just put it in some water so that it gets really pliable. And then basically you don't use any cleaner, you just wipe your stamp off. So we'll see how this works out. I have not used this.
Oh.
So we'll try that too. So is there any questions or anything anybody would like to add? Like I said, I'm really out of practice and I'm just trying to explain a few basics first. So again, it's just,
Because Sean and I need basics.
and there's certainly many tutorials and, on YouTube and Facebook and, certainly Stampin' Up! Demonstrators and there's just a wealth of knowledge. I am by no means an expert. Like I said, I'm just what really I think got me back into wanting to stamp and emboss was um, when I saw Tim Holtz, the embossing glazes. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I was like, wow. And so anyway, so that's kind of the basics, get yourself a couple of acrylic blocks.
Check.
Get you a couple of stamp pads,
check.
basic colors. I mean, there's a lot of ways to apply inks to your stamp. You could use your water-based markers and color your stamp, use whatever colors you wanted to. And then you're going to want to do what they call the huff technique. And basically, once you color it, you want to just huff on it with your breath to kind of re-moisten the ink before you stamp it out, because some inks dry quickly. So that's just the method to get that stamp re-moistened. So you could use your markers, obviously not your Sharpies or anything. And
no
then
Sharpies?
No, I'd say not unless you want it just to be permanently colored. But so anyway, so that's your basics of just, there are many techniques with stamping, to use different stamps and get different backgrounds and, things like that. Hey, Debbie. Like I said, a lot of different techniques. Penny Pudge is a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm sure she knows many different techniques. There's like masking where you could, if you wanted this bee to stand out, you could stamp this and then stamp another and cut the image out, and then layer it. That, there's just some really cool stuff.
So the huff method, is that for embossing? Judy would like to know. I've never heard of this before.
No, I wouldn't really say. The reason why you have an embossing ink is because they stay wet. They're slower to dry, which gives you your chance to lay down your embossing powder. So that's why they make it's a specific formula. Versamark I've used for years, and they, like I said, they make refills now where you don't have to, my one pad cracked, and so I finally threw it away. But anyway, and then they have now many different options other than just the pad. This is a Tim Holtz Distress Embossing ink. It's a clear, so they make one. You can get this embossing dabber, which has the dabber on top, and you can just, dab your stamp. And they also make these. This is a Versamark, which I've had forever. They make these pens that have the embossing. So you could just, if you wanted to do just parts of the stamp, instead of stamping the whole thing, you could just use your pen. So many different,
I've
types.
seen Maddie used that the other day, and I was like, oh, I don't have that. I need it.
Yep. Got to run right over there and buy one. I know.
Yeah, Sean goes, you've got all of this stuff, and you still have yet to do this project. I was like, it's coming. It's coming.
Oh my gosh. So with that, let's get into a little embossing. Yes, I like the distressed inks as well. So we'll start with, let me see.
Uh-oh.
I'm just going to get a regular, I'm not going to use my embossing glazes just yet. I'm just going to get, let's try.
And I ordered just a few of this stuff from Maddie.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I'm still unboxing.
Oh my word. You're funny. I'm just looking for a stamp here. Let's just.
I think Wendy Warehouse was in there when I was placing all of my orders. All of them.
All of them. All right. So I just picked out this little postage type stamp and I just put it on this acrylic block. And really, before you emboss, you want to make sure that you have everything ready because you don't really want to spend too much time just, after you stamp the embossing ink. But some things that I usually get out are, so I have one of these embossing buddies, and the purpose is so that you don't get all of that excess embossing powder. You just basically want it on your image. You don't want it all over your paper. You want a clean stamp. And I'm going to use, let's just pick out something pretty. So I have this little tray to shake off the excess embossing powder. And I have my little brush here to scoop it back into the jar. I have my heat gun plugged in.
Oop, I got to plug that in. All right.
Okay. Were you with me?
I'm with you.
So let's see. Now what I think, let me get my other paper here.
Is there a color anybody would like to see today? Holler out a color, and that's what I'll use.
Hold on, I gotta see my hubby's texting. 1 second.
Okay. Oh, Wendy, that sounds fun. You may have to share that.
Embossing blank paper and then cutting an image out of the embossed area. Okay, that'd be cool too. Yeah, exactly. All right.
So like instead of putting ink, you would just, okay, what does she mean by blank paper? Like what we're getting ready to do now?
Yeah, just cardstock. Okay. I also use white ink on white paper for an embossing ink. White ink.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't get my white ink pad out, but that looks awesome on a dark colored cardstock. This is something that I embossed that I came across the other day. This is a piece of black cardstock, and I stamped this butterfly, and then I embossed it with the white embossing powder.
Wow.
Isn't that pretty?
That is very pretty.
So that's one thing I did. So let me go ahead and
gorgeous.
Stamp
Brenda,
this.
you better behave today.
Who's misbehaving?
Brenda said she is behaving.
Oh, okay.
Let's keep it that way, Brenda.
So I inked my stamp with the
ink.
Lisa. Yes.
Hiya, Lisa.
With the Versamark. All right. So
Okay.
it's stamped on there. You can kind of see it, the outline. So then I'm going to take my embossing powder and sprinkle it on and do it over your tray or a piece of paper because you don't want to waste it.
Okay.
So just cover the image and then shake off your excess. Let me see here. And you want to be careful using your heat gun, obviously. And they usually have 2 speeds. If they have a low speed, that's one that if you emboss on vellum or something like that, you'll want to use low. So I'm going to dry this and we'll see what it looks like.
Okay. It's going to be loud.
It's hard to tell on this one because it has a glitter to it. But it's, ooh, my heat gun is smoking. That's not good. This is brand new. Oh my gosh.
What happened?
My heat gun just started smoking like crazy.
Uh-oh.
I better get my other one. I just bought this. Oh my word. I'll get my trusty one out. So this embossing powder has a glitter in it, so it didn't really. I'm going to try my Stampin' Up! Embossing powder. This, I don't know what brand this was.
I just used Hero Arts brick.
Okay, let's see your image. Oh, pretty. Let me just. So this is kind of hard to tell on camera because, like I said, it's like a purple glittery embossing powder.
Hi, Janie. Hi, Casey. Welcome.
Hello. You can kind of see it a little bit.
Oh, I do see the sparkle.
So let me grab, Stampin' Up. Let's try a copper. And then let me do.
They didn't want to keep her grandmother's Christmas ornament.
Is anybody playing along with us?
Oh, Wendy, what a score. She got her neighbor's old grandmother's ornaments for her Christmas tree.
Who did?
Wendy Warehouse.
Oh, nice. That's cool. All right, let me try this one.
Called bead trays.
I'm going to use some copper and see what this looks like.
All right, so if anybody bought the embossing powder Hero Arts brick, it's a good thing. I got that from Miss Maddie. So let's try a wow. Primary indigo. Let's try that one.
Okay, let me try this one.
Thank you, Erin. Wendy, I don't know if I got the iridescent purple. I will have to look. This is just one package.
Can you see that, how it raised?
Yes.
This is a copper color. I do like copper. I think copper is one of my favorite colors, actually.
Me too. That's one of my go-tos right now.
Mm-hmm. Let's try. Let's see. Oh, no problem, Wendy. Most times I can't spell or type either. Let's see. Digging through my stamps. Gonna try something else. I think we've created a monster. I think Wendy's going to be stamping and embossing everything. Get a thicker.
Yeah, but Sean better watch out now. I'm going to stamp his pillowcase.
You're going to be going crazy. All right, I'm going to try. They also make a clear embossing powder. So we'll try this Tim Holtz, the Distress Ink Scorched Timber. Let's see what that looks like. So
Ooh,
I'm not using the clear embossing ink. I'm using a Tim Holtz ink pad. I'm going to see how this comes out. I'm going to stamp that down. And then I'm going to take this clear.
I got to pick on him, Erin.
Poor Sean. Anyway, just sprinkled the clear embossing powder over that, and let's see what happens.
Do you, Casey? Where did you score that at work? Those are my favorite sales, Wendy. The clearance sales.
So,
all right, let's try a different Lorna stamp.
That one didn't really work well with the distress ink. Let's try some. Let's try. Let me think here a second. I don't know.
Erin, I got my supplies in to make my 16 by 20 jelly plate.
Let me grab another ink pad. I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh my goodness, Casey, did you buy them all up?
What's Casey buying?
He bought a big thing of clear embossing.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh, this one's really weird.
Hey, Linda. Guess I should clean this. What's weird?
This embossing powder.
Yeah.
It went on weird. Took a lot more to cover it.
Huh.
But let's see what we get.
All right. Is anybody playing along with us? Oh my, if I don't quit knocking stuff off, I like that. Oh, I don't know. I don't like that. Yes, congrats, Linda. I saw your grandma again. How exciting.
I like that one.
Oh, that looks cool.
Yes, that's a really cool color. It's kind of like a silver and black mixed together.
Yeah. Very mixed media ish, you know?
Yes. Linda, how's the grandbaby? He was so cute.
That's cute. Oh. All right, let me try.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure you were in love with the little girls, but the little boy.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
right, so we like this one. I bet they are. He's going to be so rotten. Woo. That's the best kind.
This is subtle, so I just used like a regular ink pad and stamped it, and then I took the clear embossing powder and went over it. So it's subtle, but you see how it kind of just, I don't know if it looks like it's just brighter. It's a little hard to see. All right.
Like, do swatch cards, Elisa? I didn't think about doing swatch cards. I probably should, since I've not used any of this. It's my first time. Now would be a good time to do it, huh? Use the same stamp.
Oh, yeah. All right, I just gotta regroup here a second.
Casey, that's 2 weeks, right?
That's in May, right? He's going?
I think so.
That's exciting. She just bought a few, Elisa. I love it. Cleaning my stamps.
I do go all in because so
Right, we need choices.
Overboard. Yes, Maddie gave me way too many choices.
She will. You got to watch out, Maddie. You'll have one of each color. Sometimes 2 or 3 of each color.
Yes. And then she does darn specials. If you buy 10, you get the 11th free. I'm like, oh, so now I gotta buy 10.
Well, of course. Yep.
And then we got Madison on there who, she's talking to us.
She chimes right in.
Yeah, she's like a charmer there.
I know.
You're in trouble.
Regrouping because I'm going to pull out and play with some of these Tim Holtz embossing glazes. Has anybody tried those?
I have not. That's but I got a ton of them.
Get this stamp out. So this is that like let's see. This is this like Misty or whatever by Stampin' Up. It has actually two. I only have one of my plates on. The other one would go here. You could, stamp one thing and then bring that one down and stamp another. Comes with magnets. It's really cool. I use this sometimes if I'm doing maybe, mass stamping or a multi. Like I'm going to use it now because I want to play with this Tim Holtz embossing glaze.
Okay.
Brenda, we know it's hard for you to be good.
We're proud of you, Brenda.
We are. So I'm going to take this stamp and I'm going to just put it right on this. Stamparatus is what this is called. I'm going to just take my paper and I'm going to put, ouch, the magnets down. I have too much stuff out.
Where?
And first I'm going to, let's see.
Oh, look what I got. Got my swatch paper.
Oh, where'd you get that?
I think I went on Ranger's website.
Okay. Gotcha. Jesus, pink.
But I'm not sure that I want to do it this way. We'll see.
What are you going to do? Make your swatches?
Oh, yes, Linda, my channel would be blocked and everybody in here.
We'll all get reported. We'll never be allowed to.
The FBI will come to our doors.
All right, I'm going to try something here. Let's see. I need this.
And then next week, is that when Erin's coming to you, Brenda?
I thought you were already down at Brenda's. No?
Is she already down there?
I don't know. I thought so. Yes, exactly, Erin.
Erin, just don't talk to Sean. We are going to Disney in December and I'm already packed. My clothes are in the suitcase.
Oh my gosh. I'll be right back.
Elisa, you asked Erin if she used her. I missed something. What did I miss? Come on. Are you driving? I know, Erin. I'm OCD. I have a travel binder that has our reservations. And then if we stay at a hotel before, I have to have that in there. Okay. I don't have the platforms yet. We'll get there one day. Yes, I'm very, my son will tell you anal, except for putting my stuff away.
Wendy's like, if she was on, let's make a deal. And they said,
yes,
you can win this if you have a rubber hammer in your purse. She would have a rubber hammer.
Yes, my purse is a backpack.
All right, I'm going to stamp this with some black stays on first.
And don't even get Sean started on the first aid kit I packed to go on vacation.
Did you need it at all?
No.
No.
But just in case.
Well, yeah, I'm the same way with the one for the camper. I have everything in that sucker.
Thank you, Casey. That's what I think. It's just proper planning. My sister thinks it's just crazy.
How is your sister?
She is hanging in there, still fighting with some headaches and swelling, but for the most part, doing better.
Oh, good.
Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
She goes back.
I think about her often, and I keep meaning to ask you every time I talk to you.
Yeah, because if this surgery didn't work, then they want to do another brain surgery, and then they want to do radiation to the brain.
Oh.
So
when will you know that?
She has to do 4 24-hour urine tests. Yeah. So I think she's on number 3. Tomorrow will be 4. And then she goes to see the surgeon on May the 14th.
Okay. So did she have Cushing's on her pituitary, or?
She has a tumor on her pituitary gland, which throws the cortisol level off in your body.
Right.
And the cortisol levels being out of whack is what causes Cushing's.
Yeah, I know. Mine was on my adrenal.
Yes, gland. That's where mine's at.
Yeah.
But so far, all of my levels have come back normal.
Awesome. It took mine forever to get diagnosed.
Well, that's what I'm afraid of, because I'm like, my test results are normal. Why am I having all these symptoms?
Yeah, my cortisol, I think the normal was like 2 to 90 for an adult. Mine was like 210. I mean, I was pumping out some cortisol. It was making my bones break in my feet and my ankles. So then they finally actually had the whole adrenal gland removed. I went to Johns Hopkins, and this has been like 25 years ago, and I was one of their first cases where they did it by laparoscope.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I totally get where your sister's at with this bizarre, symptoms.
Yes. So, like, an easy way to explain is she looks like she swallowed a balloon overnight in her abdomen, but her
Yeah.
legs are fine. Her thighs are fine. And then below the knees look like her belly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's super weird.
I had
Let's see,
well,
small.
yeah, you definitely gain weight because, you just want to eat totally with all that cortisol
Yes,
racing through your body.
she
So
wants
yeah,
salt all the time.
yeah, you definitely um gain weight. Like with Cushing's, your face gets round.
Mm-hmm.
And I had acne, which I never had in my life, even as a teenager. Um, yeah, really weird stuff. I had osteoporosis, and no, it was crazy. And I was so like one day I would be so hopped up, like I felt like I would wake up feeling like I could run a marathon, and then the next day I would be exhausted. I could barely move. I don't know how I worked and just carried on life.
Yes, it's not
But
fun. Hi, Jill. Welcome. I didn't see you sneak in there.
hey, Jill. I'm doing a little Timmy technique I saw him do. See what this looks like.
Elisa,
Who's
are you
not
ready
feeling
to come
good?
help me organize my craft room?
Who?
Elisa.
Is
There's,
she an organizer?
I think she's organizing hers now.
Okay.
How was the rodeo, by the way? I've not talked to you, I don't think.
So I laid down two different embossing glazes. So I have this little jar that has all my mixed embossing powder. So I thought this might look cool using it on like some type of medallion or doily at some
Oh.
point. Well, let me dry this and see what it looks like.
You're gonna have to... And Mr. Casey likes to organize too, so we'll just have him tag along. I think Erin probably is an organizer, so she can stop here before she goes to Brenda's.
See, I don't like how this turned out. Kind of like it looks kind of cool, but it's the ink kind of took over. It'd be kind of cool for like a grunge thing. I'm just going to use the embossing, the Versamark, instead of trying to stamp an outline. I guess you could stamp, well, I don't know. Let's see. Just playing, just talking to myself.
All right. As long as you know what you're doing, because don't...
I'm just messing around here.
So, Elisa, how old was the winner of the art show with the kids? I forgot what the site was called, so I could go look at them this year. Those kids will put me to shame every day of the week. Okay, a kindergartner can put me to shame. Let's just face that.
What art show was it?
At the rodeo,
Uh-huh.
they do an art auction with these kids. I think they're high school, maybe middle school, but
Uh-huh.
they are amazing.
Oh yeah. Where is this at? What
The
rodeo?
rodeo where Elisa volunteers.
Oh, okay. Does anybody have any exciting plans for the rest of the day or the weekend?
This evening, I'm doing dinner with my son and future daughter-in-law.
Ooh, are you going out or are you cooking?
We're actually stopping and picking something up on the way to his house.
Oh, nice.
They are sleeping because they work thirds.
Oh, okay.
So he called this morning and he was like, "Hey, Mom." I said, "Yeah." He goes, "What are you doing today?" I said, "I'm crafting with Wendy and then probably crafting all night."
Uh-huh.
And he was like, "Do you want to bring dinner up?" And I'm like, "Yes, I will bring dinner up."
Oh, you're such a good mother.
Oh, okay, Casey. I will tell her that. All right, Aaron. Bypass my house. Leah and Casey are going to come do mine. Crushed olive.
This looks kind of cool. This is the glaze.
Oh, that's pretty. Hi, Julie. How are you?
Hi, Julie. Kind of like that.
So Casey had a suggestion to try stamping your color first,
Uh-huh.
then stamping. Oh, hang on. I lost it.
Try
Try
stamping a color.
stamping. Yeah, you got it.
Try stamping the color first. Let me see here. Yeah, that's what I did. I didn't want to look that well. So let's try.
These glazes are really nice.
Oh, you're making your swatch?
I am. I'm using a little flour, but I don't know if I'll keep this or if I'll make little swatch cards and have it set with the powders.
Oh, okay.
So you never know. When I come back, I might show you something else.
I hear you. Let me just use this. I'm just playing.
Next Saturday, we're going to do our faux metal tags. So make sure you watch that video and get your supplies so you can craft along.
Yes, I almost have all my supplies together. Now this I just used a regular black ink pad over, so it doesn't look too bad. This is over the embossing glaze.
Okay. I like that stamp.
Yeah, I do too. This is one of my favorites.
Welcome back, Wendy. I am just playing with my distress glazes. I am swatching them. Yes. All right, you guys. So Sean and I have been talking all morning because I'm going to do the giveaway. But what I want to do some kind of challenge for you guys. What kind of challenge would you guys like to see for the giveaway?
Well, what are some options? What do you think?
Sean suggested that you make something and send it to us, and then everybody that sends something would get an entry.
Okay.
And then I could do a journal for 500 subscribers and have memories of people that participated.
Oh, wow. That'd be cool.
I like that idea. But then I thought I would just do something like a scavenger hunt or something like that. So what are your thoughts? And like if we did to make something, it would be something that you are comfortable and like to make.
Right. So it could be like maybe a journal page or a pocket.
Yeah, or a tag, an ATC card.
Okay. That's interesting. Yeah. I like that idea.
Snippet roll or a snippet. Like I said, a row. A snippet.
Gotcha.
So that's what we're playing with.
Okay. I like that idea. Oh, you're only 5 away?
5
awesome.
away.
Congrats.
Oh, Judy says she sees that we're 6 away. Someone must have left while we were on here. I like this fossiled amber.
I do too.
That one like has surprised me. Of course, I like the crushed olive, but I think this fossiled amber is one of my favorites so far.
I think I have that one. Let me check.
If not, I know where you can get some.
Let me check.
And look, I like the crushed olive so much, I have a backup.
Oh my gosh.
Don't tell Sean.
I won't. Okay, so let's see what I have. Let me take a look.
Or maybe I'll do a second giveaway, depending. Okay, so if we do where you make something and send it to us, then I may do the over $50 box, like it's way over 50. To a grand prize winner, and then I might do 2 or 3 other winners. Like someone may get a distressed glaze.
Let me guess which color it would be. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, that's what she was just saying, Casey. about making a journal from, the entries.
Okay.
What am I looking for? Fossil.
If we're all in agreement here, then that's what I'm going to do. And I'll put my video up so everybody can start working on that.
Okay.
Hopefully we hit it this week.
That would be awesome.
That would.
I have a few. Let's see. I did.
I'm trying to talk Erin to come on and crafting and playing. Yeah. So
now I use just regular embossing powders. I'll show you a couple things I did on just coffee dyed or tea dyed paper. I did her.
Oh, she's cute.
She pretty?
Yes.
So I did some of those. Working on a project with these. And then I did this one.
Oh, I like that stamp too.
These were from Christina Hill. These are all of hers. Most of these I've used today are hers and Patrick. Now this embossing powder is this one. It's by Wow. It's called, hold on, gotta get the glasses. Manola's Honey. But it has like these white specks in it too. Isn't it cool? And you can kind of see it on the paper. It has little white specks. So I did that one. And then I did, let's see, with this one. So there's that one. Thank you, Leah. And then I did this one. Oh, I like this one. I think this one was my copper. I don't have that fossilized amber. Oh, it's a crisis.
You're gonna have to get it. It's really pretty.
Some of these, well, I just got some of these in. I haven't even opened. Speckled egg. I have a crushed olive. I got a vintage photo. Did you get that one?
I'm not sure yet.
I got the walnut stain. Antique linen. So I do like them. We have to come on and do a craft and chat and do the stencil butters and stuff.
Oh my God, yes.
And the gilding polishes and all those. That'd be fun. All right.
So does somebody want to join us?
Yes.
I scorched the paper once and set off my smoke detector, so I haven't done it since. Linda, I got my glazes from Spectrum Art Creations and from Wendy. So let me see.
Well, I just got a new heat gun. and it started smoking like crazy out of the back the first time I used it. What's up with that?
Wendy, do you have any of the glazes in stock?
No, I don't. Maddie, I think, has the best prices right now on those.
I think so too.
Yeah,
Let me
I
go
I want
in.
to get a few more colors.
Me too.
Oh my word! Does anybody else have the glazes? Has anybody used them at all? Yeah, I like stamping and stuff on journal pages. Stenciling's nice too, doing journal pages with some, you know, light stenciling. I'm just putting some of this away. I'm going to pull out my die cutting machine. My Sizzix first.
Oh, you guys, I have brain fog so bad. I'm sitting here looking at my other computer going, why did I turn you on? I need to get the link for Linda. Jeez.
All right, we're going to do some die cutting here.
Okay.
Give me just another few minutes and pull my stuff out. All right, I'm going to start off using, I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to move my Sizzix back over to my table because of space. So what I have two. I have a manual die cutting machine. This is my Big Shot. Has the crank. Now they make really nice electric ones. It's a little dusty, but I'm going to use this first. What are you laughing at now?
Judy said, I like die cutting. No chance of setting the house on fire.
True. So, and I'm going to, this is your multi-purpose platform. So what I do with the metal thin dies, for instance, we'll say like this little doily type thing. They make this, it's a magnetic platform, which is lovely. I mean, you can use washi tape or such, or, you know, something to hold your dies in place. I got to remember how to do this. Paper.
That's right, Wendy. I have static galore. I was doing die cuts last night, and whew, this stuff is everywhere.
And this magnetic platform plate, magnetic plate, is wonderful because it's like a magnet. It holds your die in place. So I mostly use now. I don't even think I have a lot of the older dyes, the real thick, heavy ones. But you can find on Amazon. This is a Stampin' Up one. I don't even know if they carry this one anymore. But yeah, I've seen them on Amazon or maybe Hobby Lobby. So I think with just these thin metal dies, you're going to want to use, and again, this is the big shot. You're going to want to just create your sandwich, they call it. So you're going to just make sure your multi-purpose platform is closed all the way. I have my magnetic plate. If you don't have one of these, you would put down, because you get two of these clear plastic plates, you would put that underneath. And then I think you'll know if you have too many layers because you'll have a heck of a time trying to push this through. So I'm using one of the clear plates, and you just, which I must have too much. So let me just take one of these tabs, open this up so I don't have that extra layer. But you don't want to break your machine. And there's diagrams on the actual multi-purpose platform to follow depending on the type of die you're using. Again, there's some instructions that come with it. There is, tutorials galore. So I'm just putting that through. And what I do is I go through. Now, if it's a die that has like very intricate details, I'll do it. I'll go push it through a couple of times. But like I said, usually twice is pretty good. You take it off. Sometimes you have to, it sticks a little bit. Then you have your die cut.
Very nice.
Now, you can buy this tool as well because a lot of times you'll have to poke out, the excess. And then on your die, see, like I have all these little pieces. You can just flip that over on a piece of paper and use that little brush, and it'll knock those out. You see those comes out. And you might have to use your pokey tool just to get those little pieces of paper out of your die, which just takes a few seconds. But that's why they have all these holes on the back of the die. They're called release holes. Because sometimes your thing will stick, and you want to be careful how you take it out of the die. So you would just use this to loosen that paper away from the die to pull it off.
What brush is that?
This is from Spellbinders, Tool-in-One. It has you can buy these separate, any kind of pokey tool, even a pin. I've used the pin before, and then this has the brush. And this, it's been so long, so this unscrews. Let me see if I think there's multiple attachments. Maybe not this one. I'm just unscrewing it to see.
Judy said she needs that brush.
Yeah, the brush is great. And like I said, now they just make separate little brushes. I know Tim Holtz has some type of brush. Makes life easier. But basically, you could use all kind of dies with this. But like I said, I no longer have any of the real thick, the old dies that look like a block. If you use those, you wouldn't even need this. You would just put that die right down on your machine. because it's, so thick that you would never get that through that opening. So, and like I said, a lot of the companies are making these thin metal dies. Now there's a thicker metal die that is used in mixed media, multimedia. And those you would really need to be careful, but those are usually for companies and such that use those to make their die cuts. But what we get normally as consumers are these thin dies. So let me try another one. You could do um, and then they have this type, these little borders you would put on the edge of your paper or cardstock, and it would cut a little border out for you. Yeah, exactly, Brenda. I know it's hard to get rid of this stuff here. Let's see, let's try this little pocket. So there again is, and I've seen people reverse this and put the die down first and then their paper on top. It's really personal preference. I think it just works a little bit better facing down. Is this helping anybody at all? Yeah, exactly. Clusters, right.
I have the old Cuttlebug.
Uh-huh.
Yes. It's going to be going away. I'm not going to keep it.
So again, there's just some little holes there. Just take your pokey tool and you have that.
Oh, Erin, that I wouldn't have even thought about doing borders in the clusters.
Yeah, me either. Since she said that, I'm like, well, I'm thinking here, thinking.
I think I'm going to finish this, but I think I'm going to make bigger swatch cards to put in with my distress so I don't have to go to a binder to find this sheet.
Like put them like on a ring or something? Is that what you're... Yeah, that's a great idea.
But I'll have this swatch sheet for when I'm at the sale and I can go, nope, don't need that.
Right. That's really what I need to do. Instead of trying to like make a list, or because, I've wound up with like 2, 3, 4, sometimes 4 or something. I'm like, okay.
Well, yeah, I had that one stamp 6 times. Sean said, I think you like that stamp. I said, just a little bit. But in fairness, you order it and then you order the bundles, like a 4-pack, and you can't really see them on Amazon, but you want the one set. So you order it and then it comes in and you're like, oh, I already have that one. I already have that one.
I know.
But I didn't have these two. Yes, Erin, and I was looking for those paper edges and I can't find them.
Wow, that's a huge cutter platform.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
she's an industrial.
That's like a mega. I wouldn't know what to do with that thing.
And you guys thought I was extra.
Well, you are extra, but we love you.
Well, thank you. I love you all too.
I'm going to snip this.
My live chat is like frozen, but
Mine has done that too here lately. And I have to actually I had to go out and come back in to get it to start moving again because I tried to refresh. I don't know what was up with that. Here's one of these little border dies. Look how cute this is.
oh, that is cute. Reminds me of Islet.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do all kind of words. I am seriously going to be really focusing on some die cutting and stamping this week. And then you could do, well, I'll do this one and then I'll pull out some embossing folders. Well, I have my switch too. Well, let me do this first. I'm going to have a real mess to clean up. But that's okay.
Oh, so we got another extra person in the house. Jill's got an industrial one too.
Wow. Now, what did you guys do with those? Do you use them at all anymore? Or is it just for a business or what?
If Brenda says she uses hers, I want proof.
I know when I used to volunteer at the school, of course they had like a zillion, and these were like obviously the big block dies. I was just like amazed at the size of the dies and the size of the machine. And oops, that moved.
Oh, I'm sure. I would bet that too, Aaron. And you'll be our proof.
What, did Brenda uses hers?
That it's buried.
Oh.
Brenda's storage room looks like mine, so I know.
Look at these cute little words.
Oh.
No. This one is joy.
Now, have you used your electrical one yet?
It's been a long time. I'm going to pull it out in a second. There's joy. You can also get those adhesive sheets so that and die cut and then just peel it off to have it like a sticker already.
I got some of those from Aaron.
Yeah?
Yes.
Nice. I have some of those sheets somewhere, but I like to do things the hard way sometimes.
Me too. Jill, you should be using yours right now.
Oops. Yes, next week we're going to have a quiz. We want to see what you've made with your die cutting machine. All right, let me get this out of the way. So like I said, the instructions are on this multi-purpose platform on depending on what die. It shows you how to make your sandwich.
Okay.
So if you're using a different type of die,
Now, do those sides fold up for storage?
this, no,
Okay.
not this one. And it's a little heavy. I just keep it out on my little table. So I just, can use it on the table if I just turn around, or I can bring it to my desk. So let's play with this switch. And I'm going to just pull it over for a minute, but then I'm going to pull it back because it's heavy and it's big.
It is heavy.
I don't know how much it weighs, but all right. That is the switch. Big Shot Switch Plus by Sizzix. It comes in different colors.
Yes,
It's rather heavy.
Black.
And it plugs in. I'm just going to kind of show you the machine first. This is your on button. This is your reverse. It opens up, is where you'll feed your platform. Back, I think it's just a little storage area that opens. So that's basically it. And it's kind of the same, concept as the manual as far as building your, what they call a sandwich. So I'm just going to move it. I'm going to show you though how I, before I put it through this machine, what I'm going to put through the machine. But anyway, I'm going to set this back. I just don't have much room to keep everything there. I'm just going to, let's see. It's been a long time since I've had this out, so this could be a total fail. But all right, so
Snowing.
Where is it snowing?
At Aaron's. Woo! You keep it there. Keep it there.
For cutting. Big Shot.
Casey, do you like the Sidekick?
Dimlets. All right, let's see. .3D standard folder. Let's see what I have.
Jill, housework, no.
Jill has to do housework.
Yeah, she's talking about housework. Yuck.
Right,
Be safe, Penny. Casey, so
Bye,
the embossing folders don't work on the Sidekick?
What?
He said none of his embossing folders or dies work in the Sidekick.
Huh.
That's weird.
All right, let's see. What was I doing? Okay, so this is a standard embossing folder. You're going to get the platform, which is this. And then you want
Shh.
I'm not saying a word.
Make that 3.
You're funny. Let me get a piece of paper. Which color?
Wild honey, which is really pretty.
I think I have that one.
Mermaid lagoon, and crushed olive.
I don't know if
You didn't hear anything, Sean. You're not supposed to be listening.
Yes, Sean. You'll have to.
This was my time.
You'll have to let me know those colors again later, because
Okay.
I'll check and maybe I'll get those from you. Hold on, I gotta get some paper.
See, if I would have done this earlier, I would have had this paper next to me when I was, buying everything.
Oh my, I'm just grabbing.
So, Elisa, thank you for suggesting I do this.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion. I'm gonna have to do that too. No, yeah, I need to make one for some of my other things too.
Yes.
All right, so now
I'll probably stay up all night tonight doing it. Since it's out, do it now.
Yeah. I gotta cut this paper now. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. All right, so I made this. I'm going to try and put this through now. All right, I ran it through. This is a regular embossing folder. And then I'm going to try the 3D. Ta-da! So the 3D, you're only going to use one cutting pad. So nothing on top of that. We'll try this one.
Right, Casey? He hears everything.
Most men do, except for what you want them to hear. I didn't mean that. to you. Let's see. I'm not going to worry about cutting the paper. I'll just let's see how this works. So this is a 3D embossing folder. I took the one cutting plate out because this is so thick. Well, let me run it through.
See, this is what happens when you start getting organized. You find a lot of stuff. All right.
Yeah.
So I think I do covered.
I wish this machine was a little smaller, or I don't know, thinner. All right, so this is the 3D. I didn't cut the paper down, but you get the gist of. So you can do those. I like this embossing folder.
That is a pretty embossing folder.
You could also emboss vellum. Well, I think with I don't know about this machine, but I know the Big Shot, the one I was using before, you can use all kinds of material. I don't know that much about that in this particular.
Wendy, I will be right back.
Okay. So I like that. So yeah, this is a nice machine. Like I said, it's heavy. It's bulky. It is electric, which makes it nice. You don't have to hand crank everything else out. Let me try. This. Let me try this one. So, anybody that has this, are you liking it? Do you use it? Try a little bit of Timmy's, same thing, 3D folder. I'm just using scraps of cardstock. That's why I didn't really worry about cutting it down. If you were doing a card, of course, you would just put the, front of the card through. Let's see. Okay. Here's the 3D texture fades. It's anything different, is it? Texture impression, texture fade, impress lids, switchlets. Anyway, this is this one. This is a Tim Holtz typewriter keys.
Oh, I like that. Hi, J Mac.
Hey, J Mac. You could even, I have some like metallic cardstock. That would look cool. I'm going to get a piece. This is just on regular cardstock.
Okay.
But look how textured, and I like it. I've not used this embossing folder before.
I like that embossing folder.
I'm going to
That's
get,
on my wish list.
okay.
Yes. You know that list that we all have that never ends? You take one thing off and add 6 things.
Oh, yeah.
So I went and got some index cards to make my swatches on.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Oh.
I'm like, I might as well do it while I've got them out.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm looking for some metal paper. Let's try.
Oh, Deanna, were you painting your kitchen this morning? Whew. So Judy said she has a big shot, but her biggest challenge is figuring out how many and which ones of those platforms to use with each one.
Yeah, it takes some practice. Like
J-Mac is probably a boulder at this point.
What is?
She said, my wish list is a scroll.
Oh,
You are not kidding.
I'm going to try this. Okay, so I'm going to try this same on this piece of foiled cardstock. Let's see what happens.
Oh, sea green cabinets. Yummy.
Oh, that does sound pretty. So we'll do, let me push that up. You can come paint my kitchen. Oh, nah, it's already painted, but all right. And I was saying, yeah, me too, especially if I haven't gotten out my die cutting machine for a while. I'll go and watch some, tutorials or whatever on YouTube, just to try to, because sometimes looking at the pictures, it's like, huh? I guess I need this, and this.
All right, so let's clean this up.
Did you open your switch? Your switch yet?
I did. I played with it last night.
Oh, did you? Do you like it?
I do.
Has Sean used it?
No. No. I'm not sharing.
Okay. Oh, I don't know. Ooh, this looks kind of weird.
I will share with him. I cut out some specimen cards, but I like the platform that it's so big. Oh, what is that?
This is that same embossing folder, just on that blue or teal
foil
cardstock.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, I like
You
that.
could make that look patinaed.
Uh-huh.
Love it.
Yeah, I like that too. Yeah, I like that actually. So I guess if I had, I have that on the little table too, but I think if I had it more accessible, I would probably use it more. But since my big shot is right there too, obviously if I didn't have another one, but since my big shot is there, I just, use that usually. Now, I'm usually not mass making die cuts, which, after a while with cranking that baby out.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Linda wants to know, so Lindy, is it worth the money? I have a big shot.
I like it a lot better than the Cuttlebug. Like, I probably won't ever use the Cuttlebug again, so I
So
am
is
putting
the
it.
Cuttlebug like the Big Shot or no?
Yes, it's just smaller.
Uh-huh.
So you
Okay.
have to cut your papers down, and you can't find plates for them. The plates I have still work. But yes, Linda, I think it's worth it in my opinion. I cut out, let's see. I cut out several things at one time. So here's my little plate. And I put.
Is this your switch?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, come on.
Do they still make those that size embossing folder, Brenda? I don't think I've ever seen one that big.
And if you stay in between these two lines, you're good. So I had all of this on here and cut all of this morning at one time instead of um,
Okay.
then of course when you take it off, it's a lot more time punching, all releasing,
Yeah, but still, I mean, you get all that cut at one time. That's awesome.
Well, and now I can't find the other things I had on there. Where did I put them? They were right here with the others. Oh, there they are. Put something on top of them. So I did the film strip.
Nice.
Specimen cards were down here.
This is blue. Yeah, see, that's a nice thing too. You can put all that on there. I'm all for cutting all those at one time for sure.
Yes. And two more.
Yeah, I do like that.
So I cut all of those at one time, Linda. And on my Cuttlebug, I would have run these through, run this through.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my cup, honey. Thank you.
Hello, Wendy. Hello, ladies.
Hey, Sean.
Casey's here.
Hi, Casey.
So, Linda, for me, I think it's great.
Yes, it is.
So, since I've already got it back on here,
I'm going to try this.
I'm going to sandwich it in. So I cut all of the doilies out at one time and film.
See, I like that idea.
The little viewfinder card, and then I was playing and I printed out some numbers, some suitcases, some swirlies. Wasn't sure what these did, so I cut those out.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's better to cut out multiple things for me than to sit here
Oh yeah. So this is another 3D.
Ooh, I like that one.
Looks like a tiled ceiling kind of.
I love that one.
Is that pretty?
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. I like doing these metallic papers through there.
Oh, I don't have that one. I got this one instead.
This is actually a Stampin' Up.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I might be hitting Penny up on that one.
I don't know how long I've had this, but they have some really nice ones. I'm going to get a few more from her. Yeah, I really like this.
Yes.
Oh. Nice. Let's see, I have this. Do you have this? Let me see. Do you have this Thinlet set, the Tim Holtz?
Yes.
There's 54 dies in here. Did you know that?
No.
It says 54 dies.
Let's see. The one kit I was cutting out was his, and so I was cutting this one out. That's what a lot of those little labels were, and then
Okay.
where's the other?
Oh, Jamie or Brenda, you're funny.
Uh-oh, is she getting going?
Can always run over it in the driveway. He makes a mess of the paper from the driveway.
So I was using this one this morning, which I was cutting the words and the numbers out.
That's
And there was
the same one.
Oh, it is the same one. Yes. Oh my. I was thinking I was cutting this one out earlier.
Okay.
But I did end up going to that one. So be careful because these numbers here are like this big. Like I dropped one and it took me forever to find it. I'm like, really?
All right, so I'm looking to see. All right, Thinlets. Okay, so what the heck? I've got to get the instructions back out.
I'm hoping that some of these have bigger numbers.
Embossing dies.
All right, Wendy, thank you for coming, and I will see you over at Maddie's.
Yeah, see you later, Wendy. I'm going to go over to Maddie's for a little bit too. Oh my, let's see.
Yeah, I got to get some more glazes.
Oh, you're a mess.
I had 3 duplicates, so I get to replace 3 of them.
All right, tell me those colors. I'll look right now since you have them out. Because I don't trust you. You'll be like, I don't know what I did with them.
Oh.
I have the... Oh my gosh.
You're going to swatch yours later?
Who? Me?
Yes.
Yeah, I should.
Linda,
I don't have enough projects here. I'm going to stop and swatch. I should. All right. I have Mermaid Lagoon. Is that what you said? One of them?
Yes.
And then it was the olive.
Wild honey.
Okay, crushed olive.
And crushed olive.
I have crushed olive. Let me see. I have wild honey.
Okay.
So I have those.
So Linda, she will be going on, she's in Florida as well. So I think she's on your time because it's 3:00 your time, correct? Because it's 2:15 here.
Maddie comes on at 4:00 Eastern.
Does she?
Uh-huh.
Why did I think she came on at 3?
No, 4:00
Okay.
Eastern time.
Yeah, so she'll be coming on kind of like when I'm wrapping things up.
Yeah.
Yes, and don't forget, you got to sign up.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They'll send you an email, and it's going to have a phrase that he's going to put in the chat. And then once you see that word, you enter the first secret word, and then you go into a jar for giveaways. Debbie, I'm just playing. Wendy was showing me how to emboss and all this stuff, so I'm making swatch cards right now and discovering that I have extras of things. And Wendy, I just got this embossing folder. Have you seen that one? It looks like a steel plate.
No, I haven't seen that one. Oh, that's cool. I like it. I got these. This one and this one.
Ooh, I like those.
I got this one for $2.49.
Wow.
I think at Hobby Lobby.
I think so.
I like these 3D embossing folders. I think the best.
The Sizzix.
Yeah. I mean, these are all Sizzix, but I just like the look of how they look when they come out. So did anybody learn anything today? What is the name of it, Wendy, the pink one? This is called Bohemian Botanicals.
Did you get that recently?
It's been a while ago.
Okay.
But I would think it would still be around. It's a Sizzix 3D textured impressions.
Might have to see if I can find that one.
Oh, I don't know if I said hi to you, Deanna.
Close to
Stampin'
my...
Up, I think, is taken over close to my heart. At least some aspects of it from what I hear.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that steel plate one, Lindy.
I did get it for Sean.
Well, that was nice of you. You mean you're going to let him use it?
I'll let him use the machine once. So actually, he's in there because we are going to redesign this room that I'm in now, and it's going to be our craft room.
Uh-huh.
And he's building a desk that is going to be one whole length of this wall.
Ooh.
Over here, and then it's going to L shape down this way and L shape down the other wall. So he has a workstation and I have one, and then I'm going to get him a camera.
Oh,
so
sweet.
You guys are going to get to see him craft with us.
My husband always... I'm getting crazy now. I need some caffeine or something. I love my husband dearly, but Anyway, we cannot be in the kitchen together, especially if one of us is cooking because, well,
Yes.
he knows that one of my pet peeves is anybody coming in the kitchen when I'm cooking because you're just in my way.
Yep.
But he'll do it on purpose. And then he'll keep bumping into me
Yep.
just to irritate me even more. And then he wonders why I get mad. So then he told me that he was going to start crafting with me. And I was laughing because I was telling, I said, well, Lindy, Sean crafts. I said, I know a few other, their spouses craft with them. And he goes, I'm going to pull a chair right up facing you. I'm like, oh, no, you're not. No, you're not.
Come on, Norm. I'll
said,
get a chair ready.
You better get your own room and your own stuff because you're not crafting with me or beside me or across from me. I said, and you're not using my stuff.
Okay, Wendy. So, when he's in the kitchen, is that the time that he decides he wants to get a little frisky?
Well, yeah, sometimes, but
Okay.
well, he just likes to be annoying. He'll come in, he'll pretend like he's going to put something in the microwave, which is right above our stove, and I just, it's just like, and then he just thinks he's so funny, but and I shouldn't get mad, but I do because it's just like if you don't, I told him one day, if you don't get out of the kitchen, I'm gonna stab you. But it didn't work. And he's the same way. But he says when I come in the kitchen when he's cooking, it doesn't bother him, but it does. I know it does. He just wants to think he's, it doesn't make him mad. But anyway, gotta love him. He is a turd. My husband thinks my husband is funny. His real career should have been a comedian because he's hysterical. But sometimes he takes it too far.
Oh, I need to talk to Norm.
Because he thinks everything he thinks is funny, I should think it's funny, no matter how dirty it is. I'm like, that's not funny. I'm like, you need to go tell your trucker buddies that. Oh, if he heard me talking about him, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
But he's a great guy. We just love to rib each other.
That's what keeps us together.
Yeah.
Insane.
And
from strangling the man.
And I have to tell my husband sometimes, I'm just like, you say the most inappropriate things at the wrong time. And I'm like, not everybody gets your sense of humor. Oh, no. He'll say stuff in front of my mother, and I want to just crawl under the table. I'm like, oh my God. But I have to say, Norman.
I think Norman and I will get along just fine.
Oh, him and Sean are two peas in the same pod, but hey Cheryl G, how are ya?
Hi Cheryl, how are you?
So it's getting to be about 3:30 on my end. This time went fast.
It went by super fast.
Is anybody else joining in next Saturday for those tags?
Yes.
Ooh. I got to get my foil tape. So I found some. Remember I told you I couldn't find, or I had to order some alphabet stamps?
Yes.
I found mine. I found some, and I'm just going to go with them.
Yes,
they're just, and then I have a couple of separate alphabet stamps on wood blocks. So I'm just going to use those.
Yes, I have the ones that connect together, like they clip together. They're blue, but I can't find them. So I'm like, I'll just order some. Casey knows my pain. He's got the tour of the craft disaster area. So when I say that I have a mess going on, he will tell you 100% it's crazy.
Well,
But-
occasionally my husband will have the nerve to look in this room while I'm in here and say to me, I don't know how you get anything made. I'm like, I know you're going to get out and shut the door.
Yeah. But we are starting to go through things. So when you first come into this crafting community, everybody is super nice. I have appreciated each and every one of you. But there is this big pitfall that like you walk in and you're already on the edge and then you just like fall in the pit. And there's no coming out of it. Like you find one person that you like to watch and you're like, okay, I started with Lyric Lover and we did paper crafts. There was no junk journaling. It was just paper crafts. So you didn't have to have all the embossing and the binding stuff, and
Right.
it was just you bought paper, you put it together, you made little things, and sometimes you bought stickers and embellishments, and you were on your way.
Right.
And then Gail Augustinelli pops onto my screen.
She was one of my first ones too.
Yes. I'm like, thank you, Gail. Thank you, because you pulled me right into this pitfall.
All the journal making.
Yes, when you're
new
and she's making something, you're like, ooh, I'm gonna like this video, and then you start buying the stuff to make this project. Well, you're waiting.
We've all been there like a couple dozen times or two.
Yes, you're waiting for it to get delivered, and guess what? You done found another thing, and then you get your first box, and you're like, what the hell was this for? So you just set it to the side, and then you order another thing.
It's an addiction for sure.
Yes. So I'm like, so now I've gotten good with, okay, I get a basket like this. I ordered a basket, and then I label it on the end. Right now, this just has my scraps, but I put a sticker on the end, and I will put the project and who it was by. And then when the stuff starts coming in, I put it in the basket.
Great idea.
So I can find stuff. See, Erin, she pulled me in again. I was like, oh my gosh, I need this foil tape and I need these stamps and I got to have this. And I got to have the distress paint. Oh, yes. Yes. Tony is, thank you. She's right behind Gail.
It's insane. I'm just reading the catching up on chat. Yeah, I've been thinking about you.
Yes, Cheryl. Hugs to you both, Cheryl.
Yeah, for sure.
If you need anything, you let Sean and I know. We will do our best to make it happen.
My hubby must be home already. I'm glad I'm done talking about him.
Yeah, right. Erin, Tony has things and then more things, and then she pulls out more things, and I'm like, stop it already.
Yep.
And I just keep falling further and further in because now she does a page insert. I was telling Wendy before we started, I got to do that project.
Oh, I know. And just to be able to do a fraction of the things we want to do want to make and try. It's just like, oh my, there's just not enough hours.
Not enough.
Well, this has definitely been fun. I mean, you know,
Yes.
it was fun playing and just pulling this stuff back out that, I haven't had out in quite a while. But I'm determined now that it's out and I'm going to be making some stuff. So,
Oh, Cheryl.
yeah, that's,
Yeah. I will be thinking about you guys, Cheryl.
Me too.
May's not going to be a good month.
Hi, Pat.
Hi, Pat. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. How are you?
You guys watch for the giveaway video to come out today or tomorrow with instructions. I will get that into play and we'll be here in the morning, Casey and I, at 8 Central Time. To jelly plate and play and talk about next Saturday again.
Okay.
So if anybody wants to come in and be on the panel, please let me know. I think we could probably do 3 or 4. J-Mac, I was telling Wendy, I thought she was someone new. So I was all like, oh, let's get in contact with her. Maybe she can, come on and die cut with us and do her little tag video. But she's been around for 13 years.
That's insane.
It is. I was like, oh my goodness. Thank you, Aaron. So J-Mac, go check her out. We're going to craft and chat and do her faux metal tags next Saturday. I'm pretty sure Casey's off and he's going to come on live. Wendy, are you coming on?
I believe I will.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm expecting to. I almost have all of my stuff together.
Yay!
I want to go back and watch a few of her videos. Now they're starting to pop up on my YouTube,
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Make sure you watch the one where she uses the tissue paper.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because, see, I already bought mine. Getting ready for the next craft and chat.
Bye, Penny. Have a great day. Tell Jim hello.
Bye, Penny. I'll probably be calling or sending you a message soon.
Well, the new catalog is out for Stampin' Up.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to check out a few more embossing folders. So anyway.
Yes. So if we'll have room for maybe one more person. So if you want to come on to the panel next Saturday, just let me know.
Who are you talking to?
Penny, I think you're kind too. Anyone that wants to come on.
I got you.
But you and Casey have a spot.
Okay.
I was trying to get Erin to come on with us. Erin. She leaves Monday, though.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. I see that she's going to be. Cool. Aw. She'll be in Florida.
Guys, I think Norman's home for Miss Wendy.
No, he should go for the dogs.
Cheryl, that's where you come on. Like Wendy and I are here live together now. you'll be live with us, so you can chit chat with all of us, and then you can also interact with the people in the chat. I know, Linda. I was like, oh, here I was going, oh, if you want to come on and craft and chat when we do your video, I have room. And then I hadn't heard anything back from her. And I went and I'm like, oh my God, she's been here for 13 years.
It has a zillion subscribers.
Yes. I was like, I'll just sit over here with my less than 500 and be quiet. Yes, Belinda, watch her, because when she gets excited, she does this giggle that is to die for.
Oh my word. Well,
yes, J Mac, you're gonna drive that bus right on over to Spectrum.
Yeah.
And if you guys want any of the distressed glazes, just holler at Maddie. She'll get them for you.
Oh my. Yeah, thinking about and praying for you. Well, everybody's going through something or other. You're either going, what is it? You're either going into a storm, in a storm, or coming out of a storm.
Yes.
So
for it to cycle all over again.
Prayers all around for sure. Oh.
Hi, Charlene. How are you today? Cheryl, when things slow down and you are ready, you let me know, because you have a spot here waiting for you. We will get you on here and let you craft away with us.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yes. I pray for you too. That's going to be an emotional week.
Yeah.
Dad died on May 3rd, and we buried him on the 5th.
Oh.
So, I understand. I know what you mean, Wendy.
Yep.
All right, Miss Cheryl. We'll see you back here next Saturday. Yes, I love that, J Mac. Love, prayers, and crafting.
Yeah, I like that too. Awesome.
Might have to steal that.
Thief. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed today. I mean, it was fun just hanging out, if nothing else, and just relaxing and playing around and getting more ideas and inspiration.
Charlene, I'm getting my project together to mail out.
It was really nice.
I mean, they're like our children, so.
Oh, for sure. I was yelling at Chloe earlier because she wanted out, but she only wanted out to bark at the other neighbor. So I yelled at her, and then she just looked so sad. So I went over to her. I said, "Mommy's so sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you. I just didn't want you to go out and just bark at the neighbors because they're trying to get some things done." And she's looking at me like, "Okay, Mommy."
I did have fun, Charlene. I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah.
Linda, you are so welcome. Thank you for coming back with us every day. Every day, every week. Woo, I couldn't do it every day. Yes, everyone, enjoy the rest of your day. I hope to see you over at Spectrum. And then tomorrow morning, Casey and I will be back here at 8 o'clock painting away. I'll have paint all over me.
Sounds good.
Bye, everyone. Have a great day.
Bye, all. God bless you.